Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is LaDonna and I am a first year homeschooling mom of two. I have a 5th grader and a 3rd grader, and on my channel I just like to share what it is that we're learning, how we're growing, and what God is doing in our lives. And today's video is going to be a little bit different from anything I've done. Today I'm going to share with you a flip through of one of our current curriculums. I was surprised at the amount of questions I have gotten about our Lifepac curriculum by Alpha and Omega Publications. So I've been able to answer those questions to the best of my ability. I had one comment about a week and a half ago from a mom who wanted to see a flip through. So that's what I'm going to do today. But before we get started, I just want to share with you, we are at the end of our school year. My children have completed most of the workbooks that come with these Lifepacs. They do each have 2 left in both history and science. So I will be doing a flip through of the ones they have not completed. Now I will do a full flip through of the teacher's guide, but just for the sake of privacy and honoring my children, I'm not going to be flipping through any of the workbooks they have already completed. So let me just thank you right off the bat for your grace and understanding, but I believe you being able to see the other 2 workbooks that they have not completed, it will help you decide if this is a right fit for you and your family. I also want to say we love this curriculum. This curriculum is solid. If you are looking for grab and go, student-led, no teacher prep, you know, this does have a biblical worldview. If you're looking for all of those things, I would encourage you to check this out. The only reason why we are not using this curriculum for the 2021-2022 school year is because we want to do more subjects together. We have found that that is our sweet spot, and I want to honor that. You know, my son's going to be a 6th grader, and I just kind of want to hold on to that year as long as I can before he enters middle school and we have to start thinking about all the things related to middle school and even kind of peeking into what's ahead for high school. So anyway, friends, that's what I have for you. Please stick around. All right, friends, what I have right here is the 5th grade History and Geography Lifepac from Alpha and Omega Publications. If you are new to the Lifepac, these Lifepacs come in a set of 10. There are 10 workbooklets and a teacher's guide. Each workbook is a consumable workbook. It's intended to be student-led. Obviously, you can make it fit for you and your child. I purchased History and Geography for 5th grade and 3rd grade, and then I also purchased the science for 5th grade and 3rd grade. You know, just as a new homeschooling mom, I really wasn't sure what to do and how to approach these 2 subjects, so I went with this curriculum. So here are the 10 booklets. We have completed 1 through 8. So these are the booklets I'm not going to be showing you just for the sake of privacy, but I really do believe you will be able to get a general idea of the flip through for these last 2 booklets and the teacher's guide. So this right here is the teacher's guide. I'm just going to go ahead and open this up for you. Here's a quick overview of what your child would be studying in 5th grade history and geography, and it finishes right here. So for this year, 5th grade, it was American history. I personally thought that this curriculum did an excellent job in the information and presentation. What I also love about this is a full scope and sequence. I don't know if you can see that. Let me hold it up. A full scope and sequence from 1st grade all the way to 12th grade history. So if you were just curious as to what your child would be studying in the future, or if your child had missed anything concerning this curriculum, it's all right here. And I do find it to be very helpful. I've kind of used it as a guide for future curriculum choices. Also, these life packs are used within private school settings. So right after that, you have a structure of the Lifepac curriculum, just how it is set up and how to use it. You have test scoring and grading. You also have teacher hints and studying techniques. This right here is goal setting and schedules. It gives a sample schedule. I do want to highlight, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I do want to highlight where it says right here, it says since each life pack takes 3 to 4 weeks or 18 days to complete, it should take about 180 school days to finish a set of 10 life packs. So this is set up for a normal 180-day school year, and I can say that I agree with this statement. It did take us about 20 days to complete just one of these life pack booklets. So again, goal setting, scheduling. Here are some teacher supplements and just helpful pages if you need any of that. And then we get straight into the curriculum. So this is for Unit 1. This would be for the very first booklet of geography. You have teacher notes. What I really do love about this curriculum is you can do more with it, or you can do as little as possible. This page, you will always have materials needed for the life pack and then just additional learning activities for each section. There are about 3 sections in each of these booklets. I'm going to show you that in a minute. So you have your teacher notes, and then you get right into the answer key. So here's answer key for section 1, and then you have your answer key for the self-test for section 1. There is a test after each section. Then it goes into section 2. Then you have your test for section 2. You have section 3. And then you have your self-test for section 3. There is a test for each whole booklet. So when it says a life pack test, that's what this is right here. It's in the middle of each booklet. They also provide an alternate life pack test. So if for some reason you looked at the test that was in the booklet and you didn't want to use it, you could use the alternate one. So moving right along, that's the end of Unit 1. I'm going to move this over here, and then it goes straight into Unit 2. So that refers to your second booklet. So again, you have teacher notes, materials, additional learning activities, and then you go straight into your answer key. Everything is numbered and laid out very well. It's easily readable and understandable. Again, this section or this unit is broken up into 3 sections as well. I'll show you that on the first page. So you have Section 1, War for Independence. Section 2, the Constitution. Section 3, A New Republic. So again, you have all your answer keys for each section and your test. Here's your answer key for your test in your booklet, and then you have your answer key for your alternate test. So again, same thing for Section 3. Materials needed, additional learning activities, and then your answer keys. This is the format of the book all the way through. Nothing changes. I personally, as the teacher, I do like that. I like that it is predictable. It helps me out tremendously. Okay, so here are Units 9 and Units 10 for history and geography. I'm going to do a quick flip through just so you can see. So for this unit, it's titled America into the New Millennium, and then the 3 sections are Fall of a President, Rebuilding Confidence, and After the Cold War. So there is a quick overview for each section. You have objectives for each life pack as well as objectives for each section. So here is the introduction of section 1. You have vocabulary words for the words that are highlighted throughout the section, and then it just gets started. So you have some reading, and then you have some questions. Then you have more reading, and then you have more questions. So the way we approach this is each section This would be 1 day's worth of work. So, and then he would pick up here the next day. This would be 1 day's worth of work. And then here's your self-test for that section. And then you're going into section 2. Same thing, introduction, objectives, vocabulary words, and then you get started. So this would be something he would do on a Monday. He would read, and then he would answer these questions. Then on a Tuesday, he would pick up right here. He would read, and then he would answer some questions. This is just the big test for the whole Lifepac. The questions for here pick up right here. So then the next day he would pick up here and he would read, and then he would have some questions. You can see that some days are heavier than other days. I like that it's not the same amount of work every day, and I like how they switch the questions up. Some days you're going to have multiple choice. Some days you have to name the person, place, or event, thing. Some days you have to answer the question in complete sentences. Some days it's going to be multiple choice. Then you have your self-test for that section. Section 3, the last section for this Lifepac. You have your introduction, you have your objectives, and then your vocabulary. And then it gets right into it. So this would be a Monday's worth of work. This would be a Tuesday's worth of work. True or false questions right there. This would be a Wednesday's worth of work. This would be a Thursday's worth of work. And then the questions, and then you have your self-test right here. And then we are at the end of this Lifepac. So what you would do if you wanted to use the test within the Lifepac, you would flip to the middle of the Lifepac and you would take the test. If you felt like the test in the teacher's guide was a better fit, then you would just pull that one out. So here is Unit 10. So just kind of an overview of the sections. Introduction, objective, introduction to section 1 and the objective, and then it gets started. All right, and that is the end of this booklet. I really have enjoyed their presentation of history. I feel like it was appropriate for 5th grade, and I also feel like they didn't shy away from hard topics. And just to give you an example of that, this was the overview for the Unit 8 booklet. Okay, we have the communist threat, the hot war and crisis, and then the upheaval in America. So at the beginning, here's your introduction, and then the first section was all about the communist threat. Well, before they could discuss that, they had to give they had to explain what communism was, and I thought that they did a really good job of doing that. I also really enjoyed talking about the Civil War and the Civil Rights Movement. I thought that they did an excellent job talking about slavery in America and what it looked like and what it meant and how it affected our country as a whole. So, okay, this is history and geography for 5th grade. Okay, so this is the Science Lifepac for 3rd grade. So again, we have our 10 workbooks, and my daughter has completed 8 out of the 10, so I will not be showing you those, but I have Let me flip those around. That's going to bug me. I have Unit 9 and Unit 10. So the teacher's guide is set up exactly like the one you saw for history. Here's an overview of what my third graders studied for science this year. And then the same thing as you saw in the history teacher's pack. You get to see a scope and sequence for grade 1 all the way to grade 12 for science. Like I said, this curriculum is used in some private school settings. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Same thing, you have the structure of the Lifepac and curriculum. You have test scoring and grading. You have teacher hints and studying techniques, and goal setting and schedules. Also have teaching supplements. And then it goes right into Unit 1. So you grow and you change. You have the materials needed, and you have additional learning activities for each section within Unit 1. Now I will say, since this is science, they do incorporate science experiments. That is optional for you as the parent and the child. I do believe they offer DVDs you can purchase in place of doing the experiment. So if you just wanted your child to watch the experiment as opposed to doing the experiment, you could do that. So Section 1, answer keys for Section 1, 2, 3, and all of the self-test. And then you have your Lifepac test and the alternate test. Section 2, same thing, all about plants. You have the materials that are needed and additional learning activities. And then your answer key. I really found this teacher's guide user-friendly. It was not complicated or overwhelming at all. Everything was readable and easy to access and easy to apply. So your alternate test, and then Section 4. So again, same thing as the other teacher's guide, same setup all the way to the end. Now I'll show you a quick flip through of Unit 9 and Unit 10. So this is what she will be studying in Unit 9. So again, you have your introduction, your objectives, and you have your introduction for your section, and then your vocabulary. There was a lot more vocabulary for science, and then it just kind of jumps into it, an introduction, and then here is a perfect example of the science experiment. And then it jumps right into the next section. So questions, and then the science experiment. The experiments did not take a lot of time. We did some and we skipped some. The reason why we skipped some, really just due to my lack of planning, but overall, I feel like it was a good balance. And if I didn't have the materials on hand for us to do the experiment, I just found a YouTube video, and she seemed to do really well with that. For those of you who like the unit study approach for science, this is a really good fit. If your child struggles studying the same thing year round, this very well could be the answer to what it is you're looking for, because each Lifepac has a different focus, and we've enjoyed that. We've enjoyed the change, the switch with each Lifepac. It's kind of kept us on our toes, and it's kept things fresh, and it's just really worked for both of my children. So I think you can see the difference in the third grade level as opposed to the fifth grade level. This is something I do have to do with her. And though my fifth grader, for example, who does his independently, he still needs my help, because like you saw, that's a lot of reading. That's a lot to digest. So even though this is intended to be student-led, I do think that mom is still needed for help along the way. Okay, so this was Unit 9. I'll show you Unit 10 real quick. So this is what she'll be studying in Unit 10. So again, an introduction, objectives. Introduction is section 1, vocabulary, and then we get right into the material. This is a curriculum that has a Christian worldview. So I don't know if you can see it or not. I hope you can, but the Bible is incorporated throughout this curriculum. This isn't a curriculum that you would need to use alongside of their Bible curriculum. I didn't find any issues with that. I really do love how colorful these Lifepacs are. I really do love the layout of the Lifepacs. And I really do love how with every opportunity they get, they just point it back to God and they point it back to the Bible. This information is solid. I feel like not only are they hitting on concepts that are appropriate for their age and grade level, they're gaining more. As a mom or grandmother or any kind of guardian, you know your child well enough to know if this would be a fit for them. You know, it did take us about a month to get into the swing of things, but by God's grace, we caught on quickly, and my children have thrived. Like I said, I really do love the curriculum and the information. However, we just feel like group subjects would be a better fit when it comes to science and history. All right, friends, I hope that that helped you in some way. I hope that that gave you a better idea of what that curriculum looks like and how it is laid out. And I hope it helps you in making a decision if it is the right fit for you and your child. Anyway, friends, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.